Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I was recently working on an application which is sort of a clone of IMDB. I actually wanted to work on a movie recommendation system. For that, I wanted to have an application where users get to choose a lot of movies and they would save some of the movies. And based on their previous selection, I wanted to implement a machine learning algorithm. That's the story behind this application. So let's just see some of the features of this application. To be very honest with you, there isn't a lot of features here. And the tech stack which I used is FastAPI for the backend and React along with a lot of libraries specifically for handling UI components. Okay, I have used Framer Motion a lot for animations and other things. For example, if you see this menu and the animation effect along with it, so this is implemented using Framer Motion. So in the main page we have these movies coming from Open Movie Database API. So let's just search for Pirates. Currently I am logged in with this dummy user called Alexa. So if I click on save movie, so there is this toast message which let's just see the details page of a given movie. So you have the poster, year of release, director, actors and the plot. Okay, so these data it is coming from the API. Okay, so going to the dashboard page, these movies were earlier saved to this user's profile. The new one here, the Pirates of the Caribbean, which I just added. So I can also delete some of the movies if I don't wish them to be on my saved list. And this application also has feature to create playlist. I would just create a new playlist. So a new playlist was added, and if I again go to my saved movies list, let's say I wish to add this movie in this playlist which I just created. Click on submit. The pop-up which you just saw, that was also implemented using Framer Motion. So there isn't a specific UI component library which I have used in this project. It's only pure Tailwind CSS and Framer Motion alongside it, which powers the animation which you would see in this project. So if I see the playlist which I created moments ago, I can see this movie is now added. Okay, features. You can also search for movie, I guess. Okay, so that works. Let's dive into code now, and like some of my other projects, I would also leave the source code in the video description, so you can check it out. If you want to implement a new feature and there is a pull request, please do that. And if you got to learn from something from this project, please start it. Okay, it really helps. Moving ahead, let's just dive into the code base now. So I would first like to show the package.json file which contains all the dependencies this project uses. So it has Tailwind CSS, Framer Motion, React Slick, React Toastify, Slick Carousel. So and finally we have Zustand for state management. As I think I mentioned earlier in the video, this project is very UI focused. Okay, so I really wanted to have a decent looking UI with animation, so I used libraries like React Slick for this slider. Okay, let's talk about the tech stack in a little more depth for this project. So for the backend, I have used FastAPI. So I have divided it into modules. There is one module for authentication, which has hashing, JWT models, and router schema. So basically schema is something which contains which controls what data you are supposed to pass and get from the model. Okay, if you're coming from Django background, it's similar to serializers. Okay, so services is where the core logic resides. It is similar to controller in some other frameworks. And we also have router, which actually defines the URL path which you need to hit in order to execute the backend function. So, and this folder, like I mentioned, I plan to implement some machine learning algorithms in future to get the list of recommended movies based on the user's past activities. So that is under plan. I would be using scikit-learn and some very basic machine learning algorithms. And there is this movies module, which has models, router, schema. So typically it follows the popular folder architecture for FastAPI. I have also written test cases. So this is the test cases for movies, and this is for users. Okay, let's talk about front end now. So as I already showed you the package.json file, it uses the latest version of React, which is 19, and it uses TypeScript. So there are interfaces and types for type related hints, and it would avoid a lot of errors that could possibly arise in future because of mismatch in types. So if you get the data from the API, if you don't know the structure of the data, you might be trying to access a key which might not exist in the data which you would be getting from the API. So that would lead to an error. TypeScript helps a lot in catching those errors earlier. So even though I was reluctant to use TypeScript at the start of my career, this has become a de facto today when I start a JavaScript project. So one interesting folder is this stores. So I haven't used React Redux, which is probably the most popular state management. Instead of React Redux, I have decided to use the stand. So the stand provides this create object from the library, and using this you first define your initial state, okay, and the functions. So for auth module, I have this user. I would get the value of user from the cookie, okay. So I have used cookie based authentication here, not JWT. I mean, there is JWT, but a lot of times in React application, JWT would be stored on local storage, but that is not the case. I am just storing I'm just reading cookies and storing the token in the cookie itself, and then reading it from there. So this is the line number 25 to 26, which actually initiates the standard store. Okay, and the standard store contains all the variables, state variables, and the functions. So user, for example, is a state variable, and login, log out, register, these are all functions, the API calls basically. So yeah, that is it. Similarly, we have as a standard store for movies and playlist as well. And at the top, since this project is in TypeScript, we need to define the types for everything. Okay, so this interface user, it has to receive ID, name, email, okay, and then whichever response we get, we need to specify the type explicitly in case we are using TypeScript, otherwise it would complain. So there are a few issues here which I would fix in future. So this is TypeScript is basically complaining that this is not the type which you are supposed to send. Okay, please fix this. In this case, the response type is not defined. Okay, so I need to define it in the form of another interface. So that is it. Hope you got to learn few things from this video. If you did, please hit like on this video, and please subscribe to my channel for such tech related contents. Thanks for watching and have a great day.